Hello everyone and welcome back to Rag Plays Aidyn Chronicles the First Mage, where we are deep in the heart of Elishiva's tomb, in his burial chamber. All of these coffins that you see littered around here have things written on them. We are going to read each of these coffins to learn more, as Alaron would want to, about the separation of spirit and body, which is very relevant to him. In fact, I'm gonna just go around in each of the corners and make sure there isn't any hidden loot. Oh, okay, hang on a sec, hang on, game, cool it. Apparently there was one right here. Okay, before I click on that one, I want to make sure there's none over here, and there's none over here. Okay. Let's go to this one. There's no coffin here. I'm not even sure I've ever read this one in my life. Patience, civility, and care be damned. I care for nothing, and nothing cares for me. Let now vengeance be my aim. Let tender feelings die in this my ghostly breast. If I am to suffer, then so shall he suffer, and all of his cursed kin. From this moment on I shall work nothing for the good, and all my will is bent to evil, showing neither sense, nor soul, nor past humanity. And should such a madman be entrusted to himself, or should another govern him, who is ungovernable? And this is how the plain expands, and how the king unkings himself. What wonder then, and where is the wrong, if I seize? That's Elishiva clearly planning to do great harm to Majo, and maybe seize his soul for himself, try to possess the entirety of the man, who knows. Maybe that's why Majo went mad, is the other spirit tried to take control and blot out the good in him, which was all that was left. So hard to say. Let's try this. Tonight I spoke to graves, and ran my fingers through barrow soil. Glorious power, fetid corpses, and ancient skeletons dance at my will. I cloak myself in blackness, I arm myself with hate. My minions are the rotting remnants of my brother's kind. Let terror strike like frozen lightning through their hearts. Now feel they the sharp ache of loss, feel the pain that I have become. With each child I snatch, with each of their kind I add to my undead army. Their fear flowers. Maybe there is another of my kind. Someone among them challenged me today with ferocious magics. Surprise. I forge now a receptacle for my essence. In this gem I place the beating core of myself. For what use have I for a heart? So, despite Elishiva apparently being a wraith, it's almost more like he's a lich, since he bound his soul, the part of him, to a phylactery, which was the heart of Elishiva, the jewel, the necklace that we gave Keelan. Rather inappropriately, though. It does suit her. I don't know, Alaron, like, intense feelings of dread from hearing all of this. If this would be the fate of his spirit, who knows? My brother found one mystic stone carved over with triangles and tied with spice, but this did not protect him, though I do stop and wonder at their simple charms. They try to keep me at a distance, still they cannot do as much as is required, including bones and bits of hair to keep amongst my last discoveries, and I consider these, but not too long for what is fear when I have not a heart. To pinch, I am a shapeless thing beyond creation and free to feel no feelings at all. I think all human feelings could be put into dogs and pigs by opening up a man's skull and letting all the contents flow into a cranium of an animal's. Then we would know a new philosophy of species by letting the two creatures live one inside the other. This all interests me beyond words. I wonder of the blind one. Day by day, I drop off all unnecessaries and redundancies, and soon I shall have stripped it all away, yet in this lessening I will persist. I will not add to grow, but will diminish to train myself down to the barest essence until there is no thing left to die or kill but just the pinpoint of what is unchangeably and forever true. Man, the writing is quite damn fantastic in this particular tomb with all these epitaphs that I'm reading here. I think we did read that one, yes? Just to make sure. Yes. So let's go into the final chamber and read the rest. This way to start. I grow bold. My heart is safely hidden. Daily grows in strength, yet emptiness howls to be filled. Foul deeds fail to slake the burning thirst within me. I saw today the glint of madness in my brother's eyes as I whispered nightmares in his ear. Those orbs held the tiniest mote of understanding. Could it be but perceiving my approach, he moaned, and I felt his spirit withdraw, like a turtle shrinking in its shell. Prepare to drop a stone within yourself. Prepare to as what is brought out in darkness, and in night prepare. Yeah. This guy's, Elishiva was definitely one of the goth kids in school, wasn't he? Nothing on this one, oddly. Okay. Let's check the other corners, since that corner revealed something very... Alright, whoops. Now this is the final one. I'm going to leave that one until the last and check the others. I would think coming in would be these stories, so I'll check this one first. I think today my brother saw me for the first time. In his horror he recoiled. The fires within him rage uncontrolled, and soon his flame will perish. Now I can no longer approach him as once was my wont. Could we reconcile after all our separate deeds? My course is set, and he will die, and no wish of mine will stop this. Never was I free, but when he is gone, perhaps there is a chance to breathe again and live once more. Next. This one doesn't have anything on it. So the last bit of information, the sarcophagus itself. Rage, rage, and bloody vengeance, he is gone. Not dead, he still is not dead, and still I am not free. I wither, I fade. My hidden beating heart shrinks, it slows. Now dying, will I craft my legacy. Horror, hate, that men shall always tremble when the darkness comes. No deed too black, no thought too wretched. I shall ever be remembered, and I shall be feared. So awesome, just awesome. And from Alaron's perspective, Pant's shittingly terrified of the possible outcome of his own predicament that he's in, of the possibility of losing all control of his other half and it going rogue and causing an untold amount of pain and misery to people like Majos did with Elishiva. Obviously he'll be wanting to leave this place immediately. There's no reason to stick around here. I'm going to check these corners as well for posterity, just to make sure that we didn't miss anything. Almost like that's a face. You guys see that face? It looks like a beard with like a cape around it or something. Maybe almost looks like the creature from the Black Lagoon. Let's go up the ladder. Get out of here. For some reason we're facing the entrance now. So, Elishiva's tomb is done. Let's drop a quick save. That was a lot of reading. We're going to continue along. We have a bit of treasure left in this bog to get. I should reiterate that there's actually quite a lot of treasure that I am skipping over, because most of it is just sort of rubbish that you'd find any day. So there's no particular reason for me to go after it. It's just rather pointless. We're going to need to get around this lake, because we can't get down into it, I don't think. Once we get around the lake, we will cross over, and we'll be close to the ocean at that point, the opposite sea. We haven't seen up until now. Let's check our map to see where we are, in fact. See what the date is, too. Late summer season, the 26th, almost into the next month. I'm actually rather curious to what the next month is. Anything new in our journal? Just starting to lag hard because we've been doing everything in the game and it's filling up. Doesn't look like it, so, but yeah, we're very close to the coast here. This is not the Sundering Sea, I don't think. It's the opposite sea. I don't really know what this one is called, but the other one is the Sundering Sea that we sailed through to get to the Namer's Isle and Chaos Isle. Alright, a bit of an interruption there. Sorry about that. You guys probably won't have seen it, though. Let's continue along. Another lizard man. Looks like he wants a piece of me. Two of them, in fact. Well, which one do we get first? We're gonna kill them both. Keelan begins action. We're going to need to kill at least a couple of them so that we can sub in the reinforcements. Ugh, that played merry hell on my throat, though. That Elishiva voice. Ugh. I'm gonna cast Stupidity just to get rid of them, so they're not attacking anymore. Even so it's a waste. It makes our job simpler. Alright, Beacon, you can get in there and clean up these guys. I like you spawning right there, thank you. Alright, let's, even though I would like to get over there and help Keelan out, Beacon needs to focus these down so that the Stupidity can be cast sooner. I think she's fine anyway. She can handle herself, she's a big girl. Alright, good. Get the R a few times and we should have the reinforcements in. And he's booking it, never mind. Not good. Ouch. Just took a poleaxe to the face. He's being a little complacent there. Not acceptable. Stupefy! As they would say in Harry Potter. Pass the turn, as I would say in Aidyn Chronicles. Okay, how's our experience looking? We're good for Warrior on Keelan, that's going up. And, Mirror, we got a ways to go for that. We got 20,000. We need to save up for Dragon Flames, which needs to be higher. It's getting close to being, well, not that close. And everyone is pretty much just in limbo while we're waiting. Poleaxes, turtle shell shields, cool. There's that other one that's standing right beside us. Rather was. Might as well kill him too. So we have a, okay, we haven't seen one of these before. This is a salamander, and there's a lot of them down in the desert, but around here, not so much. Regardless, I think we know what we're going to be doing here. Everybody gets some of this. And then I'll go up and examine the salamanders. I think the salamanders cast Fireball, I'm not entirely sure. Or Dragon Flames, perhaps. But we will never know unless they have a higher intelligence. Regardless, Beacon, you need to move over there. Let's shoot at the salamander, shall we? I said. Oh, I love that regen on those rings, though. It's like we never have to, Yeah, this thing is actually too smart for the stupidity. But regardless, he's dead. It was an off-camera death, too. The worst kind. Who's the one that we want? All those guys are taken care of, so it'd be this one over here. Attacks, 9 damage. Don't like that, honestly. You can be shot in the back by Keelan. There. Very good. It's weird how the sergeants are actually weaker than the regular ones. I think they are, anyway. And I'm actually seeing the effect of the lifesteal at the beginning, the tap stamina effect, which is pretty neat. Regardless, he's dead. Sink into the swamp for all eternity. How's our XP looking? We're still about the same. I'm not going to bother checking. Chainmail. Alright, this is the session of interruptions, apparently. We're continuing along, and that is our destination out this way. Up a quick save after all of that. There's an item we're after that's in this rock formation. A unique item. Let us go find it. I'm not sure where exactly. It might be probably in here, I would expect. There's probably something guarding it too. Yeah. Or is it up this way? I'm gonna check over here. This might be a dead end though. That's a dead end. Okay, so it's not there, it's possibly over here. Welcome to Darkling Beach, by the way. In fact, it's in here. I think we just had a cutscene. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. We'll be having none of your Frozen Doom nonsense today. Thank you very much. Let's shoot at the one that's closer. Oh my goodness, that was a good shot. Aileron, let's do Fireball. This is a special occasion. Also, we may not have seen one of these before in the back. That's an Earth Elemental, and we'll wait until he turns around. See what he actually looks like. The Gorgons we have definitely seen before. So it would have been a perfect opportunity to cast Banish or Control Elemental. Oh, that might be cool. I could do that. I have Control Elemental, don't I? Yes, I do. I have to get really, really close to him to demonstrate that spell. Screw it. Let's do it. It'll be fun. Let's cast Mirror on ourselves first, then I'm going to go up there and actually control the Elemental to kill the Gorgon. That'll be hilarious. No, you're not going anywhere near Neeson, thank you very much. Actually, the Elemental is coming towards us. Aileron, can we get an Aileron turn? Yes, we can. So let us examine him. He's got, like, bushes and grass growing up from his lower parts, and he's stone on the top. Kind of runes all over his face. A little bit like an ogre or something like that, but, let's do that Control Elemental. Where is it? And there we go. Look into my eyes and kill that bitch. Oh. Alright, let's just let this happen, shall we? Oh, he looks mad. Let's just let them fight it out. Oh my goodness, murdered. That was great. Just smashed. Alright, so we gained a bit of XP from that. Aileron is still stockpiling, I would presume. He probably doesn't have enough for Dragon Flames yet. No, indeed. So, and we save it. Neeson, however... How about Mirror? Getting close. And everything else is fine on him. Beacon. We had already trained Shield. Almost tempted to do Mechanic now. Right, we didn't take the gloves off of him. We need to take the gloves off of him. But I imagine we're going to be coming up on a chest any second now, so maybe we'll wait to do that. Okay. Well, that's fine. Got an enchanted blade for our troubles. We will drop a quick save here, and there is the chest we are after, as predicted. Moderately dangerous trap, no problem. Keelan successfully picks the lock. In here we have a unique item, the Helm of Wisdom, and this gives us +1 protection and willpower +5. Not that amazing, but it's another item. 5 stealth potions, sure. Good. That is what we were after, and that is what we got. I could take this opportunity to go straight to the, well, straight to the tower now. We really have nothing holding us back. We've done everything in the bog. We killed the Lizard King, who most certainly could do anything. And, points if you guys get that reference. You may not. Might be too young. But, yeah. We could go straight there. We could go along the beach. There's a lot of cutscenes that happen along this beach. Mostly after Shamslick's Tower, but this beach is very important to the lore of the game. The Darkling Beach is where one of the main fights between the Jundar and the humans took place back in the days of King Lear and Zeratus. And it was the site of the turning point in the war where the humans trounced the Jundar with naming magic and just destroyed them here. I think actually it might have been the final battle, but we'll be learning a lot more about that pretty soon. This place isn't that important yet, but it will be. This is the place that the battle took place on, though. I'm going to explore it a bit, purely for the curiosity to see if there's any more cutscenes along this area, and for any treasure that might be kicking around. And, yeah.